Up until we were using SmartDraw, one of the things that was very difficult was that there was only a few people in staff that could actually take our data and put it into some kind of visual context. And really what this has eliminated that. Every single person within my department can create their own reports, to create these very interactive presentations, and has made a world of difference for the productivity of my group, as well as the way in which we present the data to our clients.
I don't really have a creative bone in my body. I'm all about words and thoughts and big things. So the interesting part is to kind of fit those two together and be able, again, to do it myself without having to involve our creative department.
The SmartDraw tagline is a picture's worth 1,000 words. We understand that here at BBK probably more than most organizations would, because we communicate with complex and diverse audiences in a global environment.
They want us to be able to get to the point and get to the point fast. And I think the fastest way to do that is to combine process documents that incorporate visuals.
So you have to take these big ideas and put them into understandable little blocks and really, in a visual way, display what you need people to understand. So SmartDraw is kind of my, 6-click shopping stop to be able to do that.
I use SmartDraw to help me develop and conceive strategy. So I have to say I was using SmartDraw first as really just a regular old consumer. Then I brought it into my business setting because I was impressed with how easy it was to use.
I walk around and it's rare that I don't see SmartDraw open on someone's desktop. You'll see Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and they're creating the communications and incorporating the visuals straight from SmartDraw on the fly.
I use SmartDraw probably almost every day to communicate one thing or another visually. Even for internal meetings, when instead of an agenda sometimes, it's much more fun to have something with visual elements in it to follow. Also in presentations that we do for our potential customers. Really, that's one of the big ones, that you can have this professional looking visual aid to speak to, because no one likes boring PowerPoint slides with lots of words.
So with SmartDraw, I think one of the major benefits of it to us at BBK is that it empowers people to be able to create visuals that clearly communicate their ideas in a very simplified way. But I think the one really nice part about it that often goes untalked about is that it challenges your ideas. It challenges the way you're thinking of the process and makes you streamline it. So not only does it help communicate to other people, it helps communicate to the person who's coming up with the idea, sees the pitfalls within their own process or within their own idea, and begin to refine it.
I can think of the ideas and then use SmartDraw to make them come to life. So really and it works both ways. Either I'll have the strategic big idea that I need to break down, or I'll take a spin through SmartDraw and all the different kinds of charts and visual elements that there are, and it'll help me the opposite way to get my strategy together, or for me to even understand it in little parts.
I'm dyed-in-the-wool, old-school technology type individual, so it takes a lot to convince me. So I did quite a bit of investigation on my own. I downloaded the product. I put it through its paces on an individual level as part of my personal evaluation, because I had to convince myself that it was better, or it was going to be better used by our users than the product we had at hand, which was Visio. We grabbed 10 people from diverse departments throughout BBK, and we actually bought the 10 license from SmartDraw and we deployed it. And we let them use it without any training, without any impetus, other than, I need your opinion. They all came back to me. It was just overwhelming success, that they loved it, it was easy to use, they didn't need any additional training, and that they could see where they were actually using imagery in their business communications far more frequently just by using the SmartDraw product.
In looking at it, it was pretty telling right when we saw it at first glance of, this is very easy for untrained people to adopt quickly, to get really professional looking visuals to help support their ideas.
We actually saw the savings in two arenas. One from the help desk, not having as many calls on how to do a complex operation, and also on our creative department on the number of requests that they were getting for creating imagery on a day-to-day basis for normal business communications. We actually moved that power into the hands of our end users.
And I think that the visual language at BBK has gone up incredibly. It's a benefit to us as well, because we communicate complex ideas to them, and now they kind of talk the same language that we talk.
In fact, I think we've gotten some work because of the quality of the proposals and the visual elements that we're able to incorporate so that people can understand. I've actually had one or two prospective clients say, wow, that graphic, can I have that?
SmartDraw has been one of the most easily adapted programs that we've ever installed at BBK. It's so easy, in fact. We had it here for about 2 weeks, and my son had a huge science project due. And fourth grader, 10 years old, I bring him into the office to help correlate. He had all this data that he was collecting, and so he needed to graph it. And I couldn't get him to understand how to create a graph in Excel. So then I remembered that we just got the SmartDraw. I opened it up. I hadn't even really looked at all of the templates. I hit the graph template, and literally Cooper said, "Ma, I got this. Move over." And he sat down and he made 10 graphs for a science project within 15 minutes. True story.